There's also, well, sleeves like this. Don't ever wear gloves in a woodwork shop, because the glove will go into the machine and you can't get your hand away. Same with sleeves like this. A tie, very bad. Long hair, a ponytail's not enough. Put it up in a knot, because the ponytail could hang like this as well and then go into the machine. Then we have some measures here on the inside. The measurements here is measuring from the inside of the blade. So if I need, well, let's say something which is 2 centimeters, I put this to 2 centimeters. You always set the measures that you need, not the measures that you're cutting off. We don't care about what we are cutting off. Always put the measure to what you're going to use. And then I'll take this, adjust the height of the blade so I can't get the fingers in. This handle here, lift this middle, and it goes down. Press it, it goes up. Like that. Up. And of course, make sure there's no metal in your wood when you're working. Then we have our best friends, the extra hand. These are the things that we are cutting into instead of our fingers. That's a good helping tool for working on the saw, on the table saw, and on the band saw. You always have to be aware of having something behind your material. So what I do is I'm laying my hand here, and I'm not pressing, I'm not pushing, I'm not nothing, kind of. Just laying it there to control my material. And then with my right hand, I'm pushing in kind of that direction. So what I do is, I'm not moving this. You're going to push here, the thumb behind, take an extra hand, and push it all the way through, away from the surface. Take the extra hand, hold it like that. Let it in, move it in, like that. I'm not pressing down at all. See, if I'm pressing down here, it's so much more difficult for me to push it forward. I'm just pushing in that direction. Whoop, stop. Like that. Then I can flip the blade, take this handle, move it over here. We have here showing going down to an angle, and the foot pedal as well. There's nothing's happening. It's because I have to push this handle forward. Then lift the pedal and it starts going down. And then I have my angle sure here at the back. Let's say it should be 15. If you come, just to show you, it's the black line showing the angle, not the sides. Okay. There's a black line in the middle, that would be the angle. Okay, then we have a obvious thing, because I just made a cut, this cut, and the angle here, that would be 90 degrees angle, but on the machine it's called 0. It's kind of stupid, but that's for most machines in the world. Machine engineers has another idea. So, of course, if you are gonna cut something in computer, the angle that I set up here, that would be 75. That's what it's called when you look in your computer. Then I make this, saying 90 is 0, then I can go down and figure out 75, that would be 15. Normally I stop up and ask, does it make sense? But not today. See, now the blade is way too hard. I have to get it down, and when we have the blade in an angle, you have to measure it on the inside. Down, that. And the blade here goes down. The 0 point stays at the same spot. Some machines, they'll do like this. Then you can't use the measurement, but though it goes down to the 0 point, it's the same. And if I know this measure here, let's say 4 centimeters. If when you write measures, always in millimeter. I could put it in. There's a 4. We lock it, and then it's the same. The top. From behind, take the extra hand and push all the way through. Turn it off, and then if you have been working with anything, surface, a blade in an angle, you have to straighten it up. Often people says, but you can easily see this is in an angle. Yes, you can easily see it's in an angle. Now, I've been cutting an angle of 2 degrees. Well, I would spot it immediately, but the not trained eye won't. And then you would come, cut up your pieces, and then when you glue it together, it looks like this. That's not good. If it was supposed to look like this, because you can't use any of it. So you just have to throw it out and cut some new. So we have a rule, I have a rule up here, which is if you forget to straighten up, it costs a box of beer to me. Okay? Good. Then you're putting on a slat surface. Lift it down. These two goes to those. It's cold here in the end, and these are cold as well. So when you tie it, it'll straighten in and be in the right angle. Yes. Here. Here. And then I'm pushing it just a little bit. I'll explain later. When you tie things on machines, don't use all your force, power, because it's just make it difficult for the next person who's supposed to take it off. Just make sure that it's stopped, not tied. Then I'll release this so the slat can move, and then I'll remove this. Take this. I need this to be 80. Then I'll put my stop. This one, this measurement is from the outside of the blade. So don't ever think about how big the blade is. Here, put it to 80, lock it, and then we have from the stop here to the blade 80 centimeters. Then you might think, well, then I'm just going to cut it now. No, because you have to cut it in both ends, because you can't be certain that this end is in the right angle. So when you cut, first you press the stop in, make sure that your material has passed the stop, one end, flip it, take the stop out, and put it to the stop and cut the other end. When you hold it, put your left hand here, pressing it into these two surfaces, and the right hand here at the back, pressing it together, and then you can move your body to push it forward. That will be like this. Normally there would be a big container standing there where you could throw your cup away, but it was full, and those downstairs were going to change it, they were full as well. So it's a pretty small container today. But I didn't need a piece. I need to cut a piece which is like this. So yes, I could put it like that, flip the blade, but the blade's not high enough. So I have to move this. And release it. Take this up here. And now I can move this up. We have the angles here. And it's mainly the back of the surface. Let's say I cut an angle of 45. There. Like that. I want this piece here to be 30 centimeters. But if I put this up, if I'm measuring here now, from the end of my surface and to the blade, there will be 21 centimeters. And if it's going to be, because I always, as I said, setting up for the piece that I need, not what I'm cutting off, then I would only have 9 centimeters of material on the surface. That would not be possible. So I can push it forward. I release it a little bit and push it like that. See, that were too long. Maybe. Yes, now it's perfect. No. Now it's perfect. Have to be aware of the ball. And then we tie it again. Then I'll take a measure here. I'm not trying to put it to 30 centimeters. I'm just making sure I put it to the stop, hold it to the blade, and make sure that it would be too long. Like that. And then I'll tie it. Because then I can cut my piece and then check the measure and adjust and then cut again. Like this. I'm holding straight, having my left hand here, pressing into the surface, just having my thumb above, so the work at the top, and my right hand here at the back. Ready? Turn one, and move this.
pushing just because I want to push